Welcome back. Another YouTube video. This is the race recap that I've been making, that I've been hoping to make, that I've been meaning to make for a minute. I've just been all over the place, moved into a new spot. Like, I got trash everywhere. I'm all over the place right now. I don't even have furniture. Like, you'll see in my full day of eating and everything, like, I'm just standing because there's nowhere to sit. Like, I sit at my desk to eat and that's about it. But right now it is Thursday the 11th. So it's been a good amount of time since the race. About what, 11 days? Yeah, 11 days since the race. I already jumped into full Ironman training. This is like day 4 of full Ironman training. So right now it's pretty chill. I have an hour 20 bike ride, and then I'm going to be driving back home to like my hometown home, which is where I'm going to just do the majority of this race recap. So hour 20, easy ride. You're gonna pack up, get out of here, hit the road. Catch you then. I think my Zwift isn't calibrated because I'm pushing way less watts at a very hard effort. I don't know what's going on, but I had to take like 20 minutes in the middle of this workout to figure it out, and it didn't even work. So let's talk about it, man. Ironman 70.3 Hawaii. It was such a great time. Honestly, I could not have asked for a better experience overall, just in terms of the trip and then how the race went with hitting my goal and all that. But basically, I won't drag this too long because my last recap video I did was definitely, oh my gosh. It was definitely very extensive. So yeah, morning of, I was feeling good. Did I just miss? Oh, morning of, I was feeling good. Got about 3:30. Prior to the race, we had carb load, so we did about 800 grams of carbs daily, and then for 3 days. And then the night before the race was pretty chill. I got great sleep. I got 8 hours of great sleep, which was a shocker to me because last time I got like 4 hours. I woke up at like 1 o'clock, but got great sleep. Went to the hotel room with my buddies and we just started to prep, lock in, get the carbs right. Went over to the transition 1 area. I mean, really nothing crazy. Everything was as it should have been. Swim start, nerves kicking a little bit. I wasn't really sure where to group myself because they weren't moving with the flag, so it was kind of just wherever you wanted to go. I just threw myself in the 43 to 45 minute zone, I think. Worked out perfectly. Swim was super, super nice. Like, clear water. Water was warm. Not a whole lot of congestion and traffic, which made it easy to just like focus on myself instead of having to worry about climbing over a bunch of other people. So that was great. And then there was really no current. We did an open water swim the day before, which was awful. Like, I was in standstill. I could not move because of how bad the current was. But yeah, the current was really chill and my pace felt good. A huge difference from La Quinta to this is that I was actually able to get into a consistent flow with my pace and my swim stroke, because beforehand I was just all over the place. I couldn't figure it out. So swim was good. Really not much else to say about the swim. It was incredible. I love swimming in the ocean. I don't fear deep water, none of that stuff. So 10 out of 10 swim experience. Got it done in 43 minutes for a 2-minute pace, about 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 1 second. And yeah, now transition 1, this is very interesting. Dude, T1 was like across the resort. Like, it was a jog. So we ran all the way over to the other side of the resort for T1. And so that, like, obviously made it take longer. Got to T1, threw on sunscreen. I was a little out of it, just having to run so far, but threw on my sunscreen, slammed some fluids, got gels in me. I honestly shoved my face with like everything in my bag. Waffles, gels, Powerade, literally everything. And I just head out on my bike. It was about an 8-minute transition, so 8 minutes and 40 seconds, I think. Again, you know, like, not horrible, but I had to account for the jog, and then also the fact that there's heat. There's a lot of heat in this race, so I really wanted to prepare properly and make sure that I fueled up, because I think being under fueled or getting sunburned would be really bad. So I was okay with having some extra time in T1. On the bike, bro, another incredible experience. I had no practice with like elevation. Like I did no outdoor rides that included hills, so that was a little bit concerning. However, I was passing so many people on the hills, and then I started to question myself, and I was like, am I going too fast? Am I burning out with my legs? Like, am I pushing too hard? Is this gonna cook me later? But I was like, you know, this feels good. I like to power through the hills. I didn't like to just go in a super high cadence and slug it out. I like to just get through it, get it done. So yeah, the bike was good. Super scenic. You could see the ocean all on the left side, like incredible. I didn't really feel the heat that much. Like, yes, it was hot, but I didn't really feel the heat that much. So that was a plus. Now, the first bit of adversity was mile 25. I'm riding, and I hear a hissing noise, and I look down, and my tire sealant is spraying everywhere out of my tire, and I go, oh my gosh, I got a flat. The day that I never thought would come, it's here. Or the moment that I never thought would come, it's right here. I got a flat tire. It was a fear in the back of my head the entire prep. I don't know why it was such a big fear. Maybe because I don't have a whole lot of like practice fixing flats, but I was like, all right, we're here. This is what it is. I got a flat tire. We're halfway through the race. I'm an hour 30 in. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to get flustered? Are you going to panic? Are you going to sulk? Or are you going to get this fixed so you can get back on the bike? And you know, my biggest concern wasn't losing time. It was just making sure that I could fix the flat properly, because I hate to say it, but I had a buddy who was racing Oceanside who got 3 flat tires, and he DNF'd because he fixed them, but he didn't make the cutoff, and then he would get another one. Like, it was a mess. And so that instilled some fear in me. I can't lie. And I was a little bit worried that something similar was going to happen. Thankfully, I stayed calm. I stayed collected. I'm going to move it here because it's in the sun, and I'm getting a temperature warning. I pull over on the side, flip my bike upside down, find the hole. I'm like, yep, that's a puncture. Get my flat tire kit out, which is just it's a plug that like auto plugs it with a little rubber stopper. So I'm like, all right, I've never used this before because I've had no reason to. I've never had a flat with a tubeless. So I'm like, all right, here goes, you know, first time for everything. But if I mess this up, I'm done because I don't have a second plug. But thankfully, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but I get it right, I guess. Like, I just plug it, and then I check my tire, and, you know, it's still a little bit flat, so I have my CO2 canister, which I hadn't practiced with in a long time. And so I screw on the CO2 canister, and the air is not going into my tire. So I'm like, oh gosh, like, I knew this was going to happen. Something was going to go wrong. But I try it again. I release the valve. There's like some air going out, but it's not really. So I take it off. And then I'm like, okay, like, just slow down. Just slow down. This lady pulls up next to me. Hold on. I got to order in and out. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing? Can I just do I'll do a 3x3 with grilled onions, please?
Okay, would you like any onion on that?
Yeah, could I do grilled onions, please?
You said grilled onion?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And then, could I do a large Diet Coke, please?
Large Diet Coke?
Yeah, and that's all.
3x3 with grilled onions and large Diet Coke. Any fries?
No, thank you. No fries. Okay, thank you. All right. Back to it. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so I take a little break to just, like, calm down. I'm like, all right. You got the tire plugged. We got to just fill up the can. We just got to fill up the tire. But this lady pulls over and she's offering me her repair kit, and she's being so sweet. And I'm like, wow, like, I'm not going to take your electronic pump because this is all me. I got to figure this out. But eventually she leaves, and then I just give it another go. I put the CO2 canister on. I release it. The air is coming out. The valve and everything starts freezing up from the CO2, and I'm good. But then I can't release it. Like, I can't take the canister off. So I'm like, crap, like, my tire's going to just pop. And I don't know what I did, but I got it off, sealed it back up, screwed on my cap, and hit the road. And that was the beginning of the climb. It was the beginning of the climb of the mountain. So then I went straight into elevation with that. Yeah, I was going like 12 miles an hour up that hill, super slow. Turned around at the halfway point, really stayed on top of my fueling. I was having like 110, 120 grams of carbs an hour. Was getting bottles of water at every single aid station because I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity to get fluids in me because I knew I was going to be crazy dehydrated on this run. Hit the halfway mark on the bike, turn around, I'm flying, bro. I am zooming down this mountain. I hit like 36 miles an hour top speed, euphoric, in arrow, ocean on my right side, clear skies. Genuinely could not have been better. It was so much fun. Got done with the bike in 3 hours and 5 minutes. And at this point, when I'm going into T2, I start to realize, oh wow, I have to hold a perfect pace to hit my sub 6 hour goal. Like I have to run at a perfect 850-ish pace. I can't let up. Like I really got to be dialed with this. And in my head, I'm just like, bro, like I'm sick of this, because last race I had the same scenario. It came down to the last minute. So here we are, another race, last minute situation. And I'm like, all right, you know, we're going to war. Here we go. I got the quad cramps creeping in. Other than that, I'm feeling pretty good, but I just know this run course is going to be brutal because of what people have said about it. It's crazy elevation, changing terrains. You got grass, asphalt, all this stuff. And I'm just like, all right, you know, we got to prepare for battle. So T2 is pretty quick. I think I did in like 7 minutes. Start the run, and I'm looking for the banner where you like go through so that your timing chip is like run started. So I thought I was in T2 for like a while. Turns out I just started the run, and I asked this lady, I'm like, did you go through like a banner to start the run? She's like, no. I was like, oh, I guess I'm in the run now. So I'm in the run. Run was horrible, bro. Like, oh my gosh, it was so hot, and I think just not being able to get a consistent pace with the terrain was really messing with me. Like I'm on grass, and then I'm on this steep inclined golf course, and then I'm on asphalt with a bunch of lava rock, and then I'm slapping my feet downhill. Like it was just crazy. It was a blur. I can't even like map it out if I had to, but the run was going decent. I made sure to throw ice in my tri-suit every single aid station, take water. I was being conservative on the gels because last time I had stomach issues, like cramping. So I only had 3 gels the entire run. I was able to hold a pretty steady, like 830, 850 pace. You know, it's just the incline. Like I tried to push through some of those hills, and I mean, I would literally get halfway and be like, I gotta walk the top. Like this is actually ridiculous. It was like this, bro. It was great. My camera was overheating, so I had to pause it real quick. But we got the 3x3 as promised. So yeah, crazy steep incline, like super steep, and I was just like, bro, this is unreal. This is just ridiculous. But I kind of like slugged through it. You know, I tried to have the same mentality on the run, like just push through it. Don't like succumb to the fact that it's difficult. Just push through it. Got onto it's called Hell's Kitchen, which is just straight asphalt and lava rock. That was pretty hot, obviously, but I was throwing ice down the suit, really cooled my internal temperature. Heart rate was staying at like 152, so I was like, okay. I'm not freaking out. My body knows how to do this. I just need to continue to cool myself down. And then the way back on Hell's Kitchen was also fire because of the wind. Yeah, it was a 2-lap run course. I mean, yeah, once I got to mile 6, I was like, this is going to be a grind. I think the halfway point for me was really like, wow, this is something. I've never experienced a run like this before. But continue to push. I saw people throwing up. I saw people like completely stopped, like freaking out. You know, it was a thing. It was no joke, dude. Then, you know, I keep checking my watch, like, oh my gosh, sub 6 is looking like less of a possibility by the minute. I have to really maintain this pace. And I started to calculate, like, all right, at what point do I stop going for ice and water, because that takes time off. So I figured the last 2 stations I wouldn't stop, and I would just run through it. From there, I was just dialed. I was like, can't let up this pace. 840, can't go higher than like 840. Continued the pace, got to the last half mile, and then like something just clicked in me, and I just started running, bro. I was running at like 740 pace, just zooming by people, because I was like, I want this to be over so bad. I'm so done. I want to smash this goal, get me to the finish line. And then made my final lap across the like little bridge before the finish line, got to the finish line, and I was just like, bro, I'm so ready. I'm here. Check my watch. It's like 5:58. Cross the finish line, 5:58:38. And I just feel so accomplished and relieved. And I could not believe that I did it. Like, this goal of sub 6 was terrifying in my head because of what I heard happen last year, where only 4 people got sub 6 out of like 45 in my age group. So I was like, I couldn't believe it. And I saw my friends at the end. I was like, I collapsed immediately. I was like, I need water. I looked at my boy. I was like, I need water. The lady came over to me. She thought I was like dying. I was dying, but like I was good. You know what I'm saying? Gosh, that was just like, bro, 10 out of 10 experience. Like I'm going to remember that race for the rest of my life. Everything went as it should. And I said this to my dad, but I'm so glad I got that flat tire, because I would rather hit my goal with some adversity than be 10 minutes faster and hit my goal with no adversity. Because number one, it's a cool story to tell. Number two, it's like my number one fear coming to life, like getting a flat tire. Just makes for an interesting story. Ironman 70.3 Hawaii, I really do want to do it again. Honestly, every year. Like if there was one race to do every year, I'd want to do that. But yeah, crazy challenging, such a good prep. I was dialed for all 4 months of my prep. It was a great way to just, you know, spend some time with family and friends. Just graduated college. Like, it was elite. It really was elite. So if you watch the vlog and you watch this video, I genuinely appreciate it. Both videos were super fun to make, just such unique experiences within this sport, and I love sharing about it. So thank you again, and I'll catch you in the next video.